This is a task overview video to explain project number 2. Project number 2 is the cause and effect argument, also referred to as a causal argument. This essay is worth 15% of your final grade. The final draft is due November 24th, 2013 by 11:55 p.m. Your final draft should be uploaded to Moodle. Please remember to upload both your draft, your final draft, and your writer's memo. We will talk more about the writer's memo next week. Be sure to save all documents as follows. Your draft should be saved as project2_draft. Your final draft should be saved as project2_final, and your writer's memo should be saved as writer's memo. The first draft is due November 21st, 2013 by 11:55 p.m. for peer editing. Please note that your first draft is only required to be at least a page and a half. Once again, your first draft is not required to be fully completed. However, I encourage you to complete as much as possible so that you can receive assistance and make sure you are on the right track. Students are required to respond to 2 classmates by Sunday, November 24th, 2013, 5 o'clock p.m. I will go over the peer editing process at the end of this video. The annotated bibliography. I have made some changes. Your annotated bibliography will be included in the page count of your essay. Each annotation should be between 150 through 200 words. Your annotation should not be no more than 200 words. Only 4 annotations will be included in your page count. This means that students cannot annotate 6 to 8 sources and think that they have met the minimum requirement for the page count. You will place your annotated bibliography after your references page. And so let me say this again. The new changes include your annotated bibliography being included in your page count. However, only up to 4 annotations will be included in that page count, and each annotation should be no more than 200 words. And the minimum is only 150. Sources. Students are required to have a total of 4 sources. It is a requirement to use 1 out of the 3 articles I provided. These articles are located in course documents. There are links available to them. It is also a requirement to cite the movie within your paper. You are not required to annotate the film. However, if you wish to do so, you may. And since the annotated bibliography will be included in the page count, that means that you will submit your annotated bibliography within your paper, of course, since it's included in the page count. So for peer editing, students will peer edit under week 3 under task due, where it says peer edit project number 2 here. Students will use this directed feedback form to guide them in assisting 2 classmates. The purpose. Peer review offers you the opportunity to provide and receive constructive feedback on the cause and effect argument assignment. The purpose of peer review is for you to help each other advance. Furthermore, peer reviews demonstrate the way in which all writing is social, part of a community dialogue. There is a triangular relationship among the writer, the reader, and the text. At the same time, through peer reviews, you learn effective writing strategies to apply to future papers. For advice, do not focus specifically on grammar and mechanics. Your goal is not to edit, but rather offer constructive and helpful feedback. Be sure to use a positive, encouraging tone and explain why a change should be made. The goal is to offer suggestions for effective revisions. So, directions. You will upload your project number 2 by 11:55 Thursday, November 21st. Students can choose to copy and paste the first draft within the body of the form, or they can choose to attach their draft to the form. You should also include 3 to 5 questions or concerns that you have about your paper that you would like your classmates to address. And so these questions should be included in the body of the form itself. You may copy and paste your draft directly in the form or upload it. Remember, your draft is only required to be approximately 1.5 pages long. Students will then be responsible for reviewing 2 classmates' essays. All documents should be reviewed no later than Sunday, November 24th by 5 o'clock p.m. The final draft is due Sunday by 11:55 p.m. Students will use the directed feedback form under the resource list to guide their suggestions. The response should be typed directly within the form, directly within your reply, and answered thoroughly. There are 10 questions on the form. Be sure to address all 10 questions. And so to demonstrate, you will click on Add a New Discussion Topic. You will then type, I'm going to label this as Test Draft, and you will type your draft in the space. Include 3 to 5 questions or concerns. Remember, your draft does not have to be complete, or you can choose to attach your file here. And to attach it, you simply have to drag and drop to add it. You will then be sure, if you upload your document, to inform your classmates within the form. For example, regardless of whether you choose to type your draft within this space here or attach it, your questions should be posted within the body. And then you'll click Post to Form. Notice the sign that said your post was added successfully, and you have up to 30 minutes to edit. And so to reply, let's say that this was another student. I would go back in and I would simply click on reply to reply to their draft. Simply click on the post you want to respond to, click reply, and type your responses based on the directed feedback form here. Simply click Post to Form, and once you do that for 2 students, you are done. Students will upload their final draft along with their first draft in their argument memo, their writer's memo here. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me by sending an email. And the goal would be to send an email in advance so that I can assist you accordingly.